Hey everyone, it's Russ's Movie Corner. This is Russ. As you can see, I'm actually sitting in my car. I just got done bowling a few games, and so I'm just kind of, hanging loose. I saw an interesting post on Instagram on one of the CoD Mobile sites, and it was 4 reasons that the person didn't play Battle Royale. And those 4 reasons were: 1, no AK, no win, which is not true. No AK-47, no win. They had a grenade launcher, which I have never actually run into a grenade launcher in Battle Royale before. I'll explain it here in a second. The 3rd thing was he put the adrenaline shot and the level 3 armor. Like the helmet and the vest. And then the 4th one, which I take exception to, was the Trapmaster. And the Trapmaster is the one where you have that small little gun, and it's the class, and you put down those little balls of energy on the 2 posts, and then people run through it and they get electrocuted. And to be honest, and so for those of you that don't know, I also do Russ Plays Games, and I'm also Victor Reznov. I play Victor Reznov in Call of Duty Mobile, so if you've been checking out those Let's Plays, you've probably seen it. The problem that I have with that post is that it's patently untrue, except for maybe the adrenaline shots. The adrenaline shots themselves are very, very useful, but like yesterday, if you checked out my Reznov Plays Games for Call of Duty Mobile, if you saw that particular video, I took 2nd place on teams. And I'll say this, okay? I'm not boasting, but in the short time that I've played Call of Duty Mobile, I'm in the elite class almost every single month. I'm in about the top, which elite is about the top 80-85 percentile, okay? Which in Call of Duty Mobile is not that hard to attain if you're playing every day and you learn how to do things. And I'll say this, I think out of the times I've been playing classic Battle Royale mode, I don't think I've ever died to the Trapmaster, except I think once. We were trying to assault a house, and there was like a couple guys in there. One of them had a Trapmaster, and he laid down a trap right in front of the door. I ran in, I got zapped, and the guy shot me, okay? While I was, buzzing, and then he ended up, killing me, and knocking me down and killing me. So, but that was like once out of the whole time I've been playing. The classic Battle Royale mode, I should say. So it's not a huge deal. And so I guess I just kind of wanted to make this video, and I just kind of wanted to, just kind of like give some tips for the classic Battle Royale mode and how things shape out, and some general tips from me to at least get up in the, top 25 of teams, okay? If you're playing teams or if you're playing duos, get in the top 50. If you're playing solo, then I can understand why some of that might be frustrating. But like I said, I have never run into a problem with a grenade. I've run into a problem with tanks. The tanks have kind of broken the game because they drop those tanks towards the end of the game, and it's like people beeline for them, and then they just sit there and just bam, 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 and they just blow people to smithereens. And it really doesn't help anything. They have a new mode that's tanks, and I think what they do is they just have a whole bunch of tanks across the map, and you just go and get in a tank and go blow people up. I really haven't tried that mode yet, so I don't know that I will. I might give it a test run on my own without making a video on it, but for the purposes of Reznov Plays, I'm not going to do it. Just because I'm not I'm not usually using vehicles, if you notice. Yes, vehicles are handy, but more often than not, I found that they're only good for getting you one place or another. I'll say this, okay, I'll give you some tips. Tip number one, okay? Tip number one, go get a good team. Find people who want to play that particular mode, okay, and will be with you as you go through the different parts of the game, okay? And so what I mean by that is that you will survive longer if you actually have somebody who will be willing to play with you, okay? Mostly because people really don't understand the whole point behind the, they don't, there are some people out there that might be playing the solos most of the time, and when they get on the teams, they just kind of like throw themselves out there, and it's like, what are you doing? You know, it's like when you jump, they like jump somewhere else, and it's like, what are you doing? We had that yesterday on our team, and it's kind of like, okay, so you decided that you were going to go jump somewhere else, and he ended up dying, and I think the second guy on the team went and got him, got his dog tags, put him back in, we went back over, and then he died on the other side of the map from where we were. And we knew we weren't going to get to him. We were like, nope, not going to happen, dude. It ain't going to happen. And so when you jump, so like yesterday when I was shooting at a guy, and I'll talk about loadouts here in a second, but I was shooting at a guy across a little valley, and he turned around, sniped me. I put up my defense. He sniped me again, knocked me down. The other teammate ran over, saw what was happening, shot at him, started to chase him, then realized that I was down, came running back, ducked down behind our little, my little defense platform, and, rescued me, okay? That's what you need out of teammates. If you're going to win in Battle Royale, or even if you're going to take in the top, percentile, the top 50% of the games most of the time, then you're going to want teammates that do that. Because if you're on your own, you might as well just go ahead and play solos. Okay, if you're playing teams and you don't have teams that are sticking with you, or they're doing their own thing and they're going around and they're dinking around and they're not playing correctly, then you're going to find that yes, you're going to have that problem. Okay, so I'm just kind of telling you that it's like this is what you want to do. Okay, that's tip number one. Number two, okay, get yourself a good loadout that you trust, okay? Go for the guns that you trust. Now, if you watched any of my Reznov Plays Call of Duty Mobile, and originally it was Russ Plays, but if you've ever seen any of my Reznov Plays, those games, I'm mostly going in and I'm getting an AR and I'm getting an SMG, okay? The AR is for long range, okay? Because I can put an extend mod on it and I can get some range out of it, okay? Sometimes if I can get an extend mod on the SMG, it'll work almost the same as an AR. But that's what you want to do. I usually go for those types of guns. I'm not good at sniping, okay? If you watched yesterday's when I was playing the Season 3 event, and I was playing the gunfight, the 4-person map, I was playing 2-on-2. During the sniper section, I got a lucky shot. I just happened, the guy saw me, and I saw him first, and I was able to line up the crosshairs, and I was able to shoot him. Okay, but I'm not a good sniper. I don't do that. That's not my thing, okay? If you want to get good at sniping, go watch Stone Mountain 64. That guy's amazing. He will knock you, he will just, from across the map, he'll just be like, pink! And you're like, and that's why all those people have those death comms, because they're like, how did he even see me? It's like, what the bleep? He didn't do that, what? But that's the thing, okay? If you're going to play okay, in this kind of mode, if you're going to play in that kind of Call of Duty, thing, find a loadout that's good for you, okay? If you're good with shotguns, then find a good shotgun, okay? Get in working close. Also find a good class, okay? I'm usually playing Defender or Airborne, okay? I play Defender because I like to have the little defense platform in front of me, the defense shield, because I found out the hard way during one of the games. I can't remember which game it was, but I was playing one of the games when I was doing a Reznov plays, and a guy threw a defense shield right in front of me, and it's like a flashbang grenade, okay? Bam, blinded me. It's like, what the hell? And it lasted for a while. Like, it wasn't one of those, like, oh, it just flashed and it was gone. No, it like, poof, and like, your screen goes dark for a good 7-8 seconds, okay? So you really have to be careful with some of those kind of classes. Those, like, I've died probably more times to the Phantom class or to the Defender class than I have to the Trapmaster, okay? And I'm just being real with you, okay? That's me, okay? That's what happened with me, okay? So, I'm just kind of dispelling some of those myths. So if you're dying to the Trapmaster, then a good thing to do, okay, is take that to heart and say, okay, how can I beat the Trapmaster? Well, it's pretty simple, okay? First thing you're going to want to do, okay, is you're going to want to get yourself a, probably like a Defender class, maybe even the Medic class, okay, so that you can throw down in a heal circle very quickly to build your health back up if you happen to run into a Trapmaster. Carry with you adrenaline shots, or even hemostatics, or even first aid kits, because it doesn't matter, okay? When I died yesterday, okay, or when I almost died yesterday to the sniper, I got back up and I healed myself back up to like 90, and I was at 90 health. I think it was until like almost the final circle, okay? To the point where I died. And then I finally realized I got an adrenaline shot from someone, and I used the adrenaline shot, gave myself the adrenaline shot, and then I was up to 150, but then I ended up getting killed by another guy, because he saw me first, and I was not able to shoot him, and there was another guy also helping him. Okay, strength in numbers. Okay, 2 and I got separated. And so we ended up, I ended up getting isolated, and they ended up coming from a different direction. And there were 2 of them, and they ended up killing me. Okay? Because 2-on-1, you're going to die every time. It doesn't matter. Okay? So, you want to make sure that you're doing, those kind of things. Okay? Make sure that you are doing those. And these are some of the tips that I'm giving you, as I'm not a pro Call of Duty player, okay? I'm not. I'm just telling you that as I'm in the top 80% of Battle Royale, I'm in the top 20% of Battle Royale, 15 to 20% of Battle Royale, I'm telling you that these are the tips that I've used to help me get the ratios that I get. And there are some games, and I haven't filmed every single game I've ever played, but there's some games where I drop down and people come in and they're just and they kill me really quickly, and I end up just leaving because my guys are way across the map, and they're spread to hell and gone, and it's like, okay, well, they didn't want to be with me, so obviously we're either playing solos or something happened. Another thing is, when you're dropping, don't drop into a spot where there is a ton of people, okay? And usually that means don't drop within the first, 20 or 30 seconds of the plane flying in. It's like the plane flies in. Wait about 15 to 20 seconds. Get a little bit further down from that and then jump. Because, there's probably a good, 30 or 40% of the players that jump immediately, okay? Also, don't go for that platform, that floating platform in the sky. Don't go for that. And I'll tell you why. I have died probably 90% of the time I've been up on that thing. There's only been a handful of times that I've been up on that platform and not died immediately. okay? Because those people just keep, because you don't have your, you have to rely on sound. And a lot of times, if I'm playing, sometimes I don't have headphones in and I'm not paying attention to the sounds. And so, if I'm on that platform, I'm going to die. Because I'm not going to see the person coming. I'm just not, okay? And I tend to play in first-person mode rather than third-person mode just because I like the first-person mode of being able to just flash into the gun sights without having the camera zooming in. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose a little bit of time, even on triggers. You're going to lose a little bit of time for that camera to come down into your head, okay? So you want to make sure that you're doing that, okay? So those are just some basic tips that I'm giving you that will help you not do that. And I'll say this, to the no AK, no win, no AK-47, no win, that is complete BS, okay? I have died more times, I think, to probably the AK-117 or the chopper than I have died to the AK-47, ever, okay? So, that is complete garbage, okay? That guy does not know what he's talking about, okay? So, again, these are just some basic tips that I'm giving you as a person who is in the elite rank most of the time, okay? And I'm not like a pro player, okay? I'm not Mr. Pro Gamer who's out there streaming all the time and doing all this stuff. I do the Call of Duty stuff, just throw them out there, okay? That's what I do. So, I don't want this to run on too long because, people are going to be like, you're just rambling. So, I just kind of wanted to give you some hints and tips on how you can improve your Call of Duty mobile experience, okay? Because when people post stupid stuff like this and then put the little, facts tag on it, people kind of go, oh yeah, I guess so. No, that's not true. That's not my experience. That may be your experience, but it's not my experience. I think in the mode that they had just before tanks, which was kind of the same as Alcatraz, it was kind of like, I want to say they called it like Warzone or War, I can't remember what they called it, Battle Zone or something like that. But it's the one where you have like 100 people, 50 people on each side, okay, and you jump in, and you land, you pick up this bunch of stuff, and then you get shoved into kind of a small little circle, and you just sit there and just blow each other away, and you have to get like 150 kills, okay? Can't remember what that mode is called. I'm sure somebody will probably throw it down in the comments. But, that mode, I think I've died more times to the Trapmaster in that mode than I ever did in Classic Battle Royale. And I don't know, maybe that's what that guy's talking about. But I can tell you that if you're dying to the AK, it's probably because somebody has souped up their AK, okay? And they probably got to the airdrop first. They get that special weapon drop, and they probably have their AK, and then they kill you, okay? And, if it's your thing that you need to get an AK to win, or every time you've won you've had an AK or something like that, then, you know what? I found AKs just lying around. Go find one, if that's what you do. But that's what I'm saying, is find your loadout, and then get your loadout, okay? So to recap, find your loadout, okay? Get your loadout correct. And, watch videos. Watch my videos. Watch some other videos of Call of Duty. I got really good playing Ghosts, I think, and then that just kind of carried over into Call of Duty Mobile. I wasn't really that good at games like PUBG. I played it for fun. I really haven't played PUBG that much, but that was kind of one of the first games that I got into like this. And once I started into Call of Duty and I got into the multiplayer of Call of Duty more, and then I started playing Battle Royale, I really enjoyed it because I could make it third person or I could make it first person. And that was the problem that I had with PUBG, was it was mostly third person. Now, if third person mode, you can see around you. Like, you can use the camera to kind of look around you. But I found that if you're in first person mode like me, if you just keep your head on a swivel, a lot of times when I'm playing as, doing the Reznov plays, I'll have my headphones in so I can listen. And it's also got a microphone on it, so that's what I use to talk into. And I can use that to kind of listen for the person. Like, that was how I actually killed like 2 or 3 guys yesterday, was because I would run over and then I would stop. After a long run, I would stop, and I would kind of like turn around. I would listen, and then I heard that there was footsteps around. And you look at your map, and you can usually see the little footsteps coming, and you can tell what direction they're coming from because you've got your cone of vision. And look and see where they are, okay? And then just put your crosshairs on them and blast them. That's all you have to do. Okay, if you get the drop on them, you're gonna kill them 90% of the time. I guarantee you. Okay, there's only a few times when they're gonna get the drop on you and be able to kill you, and it's usually if you're trying to kill someone else and they come in from behind you. Like yesterday when we were coming towards the final circle, and the guy was my teammate was firing in another direction. And a guy saw me and shot me in the back. And I turned around, and he was standing in the road, and instead of trying to finish me off, he had turned to my partner and was starting to fire at him. So I just put my crosshairs on him and blasted him to bits. And that's what you have to do. You have to watch each other's back, okay? You may not get the same communication that you get out of like, you know, you watch Stone Mountain, and, you know, they've always got good comms. If I'm playing with friends like that, if I'm playing with friends online like that, sometimes I will tell them. I will be like, you know, hey, dude, you are in the way, or hey, or, you know, like, or if I'm just playing without playing the Res Not Plays, I'll be like, hey, 4, you got a guy coming in on you. And they will like that because they will hear that on the team chat and they will understand where I'm talking about. Like, you know, he's coming in on your 6, or, you know, something like that, okay? So that people understand that you've got some communication going. And that's going to win you a lot of Battle Royale games. Is if you've got people that are watching your back and you're watching their back, you're going to win Battle Royale. Like, most of the wins that I've had have been from that. And like I said, I count a win as when I'm in the top probably about 20 teams, okay? Because I usually play teams. I usually play the 4-person teams. Okay, so when you have a 100-person Battle Royale and there's 4 people to a team, you know, there's 25 teams. So if you're in the top, you know, you're in the top 50%, you know, if you get 12 or better, then you're doing good. And that's what I count myself lucky as, is if we're getting in that top percentile, then I call that a win, okay? Because that means that I'm getting better, and I'm playing with people that are getting better, okay? And we're helping each other more, okay? So that's all I'm trying to say. And I know that I said I wasn't, and about 5 minutes ago I said I wasn't going to ramble too much, and I rambled on. So, just to quickly recap, okay? Number 1, and I said this before, number 1, okay, get yourself a good loadout, and stick with that loadout. Find those guns. Doesn't matter what they are, find them, okay? If you can get to the airdrop and get one of your special loadout guns, do it. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just get a gun that works for you. Okay, for me, it's the AK-117. I love that gun. When I get that gun, I can usually kill people fairly quickly. Okay? Number 2, okay? Get on a team that works for you. And if you have to quit because your team is halfway across the map from you, then get back in and see if you can find a team that will stick with you. You will know them because they will stick with you. Okay? They will stay with you as you walk around. Okay? And when you start moving off, you know, when the circle closes, they'll start moving with you, okay? That's a good teammate, okay? Or when you see someone run off with them. Head off with them, okay? Unless you're trying to find something. Number 3, okay? You don't have to have the maximum armor, but definitely do have some med kits and adrenaline shots and hemostatics on call at all times, because you never know when you're going to need them, okay? And that's a good thing to have. It's a good tip, all right? And then number 4, okay, use your mini-map, okay? Use your mini-map. Know where you're going to drop. Know how many people are going to be around you. Use your mini-map, okay? Because you can see when people are around. You don't have to be a scout anymore to see when people are going to be around, okay? So, those are my 4 tips for you, okay? If you have anything, post it in the comments. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Drop a comment. Do all that good stuff, all right? This is Russ from Russ Plays Games and Russ's Movie Corner, signing off.